Hey everybody, my name is Iryna Wood and it's your podcast Stars About Stars, the first astrology-based matchmaking podcast for love and career seekers. And today we speak about barriers in communications. I call it meaningful equivalence. That's one of my most favorite topics. Why? Because in America, especially, we know this term language barrier. There are so many nationalities and everybody, like me, being a foreigner, is pronouncing this or that definition, noun, pronoun, adjective with a special dialect, accent, and so on. So sometimes it's very difficult to understand what the other person is speaking about. Actually, it's the same in real life. When you are communicating with your partner, especially in love relationships, everybody comes with a special dialect of love, the way we experienced it before, the way we saw different patterns of behavior, how our parents treated each other, how our grandparents communicated, how our ex-husband or ex-wife treated us. So we've seen the world, and with all those models, we come to a new relationships and we start a new journey, but all those clicks and things and triggers are already sitting in our head. So when you're speaking to the other person, or you're acting towards other person, every your action has an energy and meaning. That's why I call this valuable theory of meaningful equivalence. It's divided actually in two. First is behavioral differences. I would explain this theory with a bunch of examples because they were collected during my work with people and they are very real, and actually that was happening to us every day of our life. Maybe some of those, they happen to you also. Situation number one, being on time. Women, they like to be late. They think, okay, if I'm going to be late for him, he will think that I was getting ready for him and I want to come nice and beautiful. And of course, never ever I don't want to come first because I'm a lady. What man is thinking? Not every single man, but I know some people that it's very important for them to be precise, like London type of behavior, always on time. And let's say if you're late for a minute, you disrespect me because time counts. It's very valuable. It's the main resource on the planet. And let's say if you're coming for a date, who is right, who is wrong? If this lady is always a little bit late and she doesn't want to show that she's too much about him, and let's say it's first date, she wants to look intriguing and of course beautiful. That's why she got late. And for him, it's principle. So because you're acting through your principle in life without sometimes going into understanding of the real story and background of the other people, what did it mean for him or her, you can lose your happiness. Let's say because of your principle, you decided, okay, I'm leaving this date. I'm not going to wait for her 5 other minutes. And it could be love of your life just because you put your ego first. So when I'm explaining that type of things, it's because for her, it was added good attitude to him, to be nice and beautiful for him. For him, it was, I take it as disrespect. Situation number 2, entering the room without knocking. When we leave family and we have a lot of relatives and mother is coming to her, do you want to eat? Dinner is on the table. And she doesn't think that maybe now you're writing a poem, you're creating a book, or you're, doing something significant in your life, or you're just dreaming, or you're meditating and you don't want to be interrupted. So she's just with a good intention because she wants this dinner to be very tasty and hot from her lovely hands. And of course, she's dreaming that all family is together and she put her energy in preparing that dinner, and you're just going through your process, or you're talking to your friend, or you're helping somebody by the phone at this moment. And what do you think? Okay, my mother, she doesn't care about my privacy. She doesn't respect my personal boundaries. Otherwise, you can react in a different way to understand your mother. Think, okay, my mom, she loves me so much. Oh my God, I have to close my phone. Oh, mom, darling, give me 5 other minutes, okay? And I will be there for you. So the way you react without rushing, to be angry, to be aggravated with the other person's actions, and to think for 1 second what is actually standing behind it, that was a good intention, you can really save the situation of love and peace in your friendship or family. Situation number 3, touches. I came from France. Actually, I was born in Ukraine. In Ukraine, people are not really touchy, okay? They're very loving, they're very warm, but you have to know the person. When I came to France, where I used to live 8 years, they kiss in these cheeks. Only after COVID time, they stopped doing that 2 times. You come to Switzerland, they kiss you 3 times, okay? In Soviet Union, it was another type of hugs and kisses in political world. So here people hug you a little bit, or maybe they kiss you, but everybody tells you, love you by the end, when after they had 1 cocktail together. And it's so easy to say that. So for one person to say, I love you, or to touch you, it's very intimate, it's very private, it's very personal. For another person, when you're having champagne and you already say, hey, buddy, how are you doing in life? So, and maybe you think, oh, take your hands, okay? That's not really my type of behavior. I don't like to be touched. So you have always to respect and see the way person is reacting on your behavior, and like this, you can find the right way to act and meet understanding. Situation number 4, social drinking. Let's say, coming back to France or Italy or Spain, where is the huge culture of using wines every day, actually, daytime, nighttime, weekends. And when you come to United States, people can afford drink, but they do it by the end of the day and not every day. So for one person, drinking every day, it's a part of culture. For the other person, drinking every day, it's alcoholism, it's addiction, or it's reminder that, for example, his or her father was drinking and beating the child in the childhood, and it's going to trigger you. So if you're building up serious relationships with a person, you should definitely respect their background. It doesn't mean that you have to change yourself. If you came from Spain and it's important for you to drink every day, you can do it. Just respect or explain that it's just part of your culture and you're not eating without proper wine that can accompany your dish. The other thing is door opening or chair. You know, like there are gentlemen from London, they're going to give you a chair, they will stand up when you're leaving to the bathroom. And the other lady who's independent, career-oriented, a feministic woman, will say, listen, why you're trying to touch my chair? I don't understand. Like, what do you think? I'm handicapped? I can't be independent? So when you're speaking the same language, so love or sexual attraction or cool, fun communication, actually it's not enough. You have definitely understand what this or that person you're building a relationship with meant by this or that word or action. Situation number 6, paying a bill. Very often in Europe and United States. Here it depends. There are women who love to be invited and they think, wow, he's such a gentleman. He doesn't know me, or he saw me first time. He already offered me a coffee. And I take it with a lot of respect, you know, because it's my pleasure to be invited by this elegant guy. The other woman would think, listen, I don't know you. I don't own you nothing. So please don't invite me. Don't cover my bills. I don't know who you are. I want to stay like this until we don't get know each other better. The same going into journey, traveling the world, paying the bills, or electric bills, or bills in your restaurants, whatever. So When I speak about meaningful equivalence, what is important to speak the same language with your person? Or if you have some differences, at least to get yourself a minute to ask, what did you mean by touching me? What did you mean by offering me to pay a bill? What did you mean by knocking without asking my permission? Did you want to be rude or you just were in a hurry? Explain yourself, please. Since you point out your attention and you discuss it, energy is leaving, blocking energy is leaving the situation, and you will never get back to this again. You'll fix it. The other thing are verbal differences. We spoke just about behavioral. So let's say situation number 1. It's all real situations that I met myself or with my clients. Let's say one partner can curse, okay? Get aggravated, very emotional, and using some words. I'm not going to mention them in this studio. And the other person just gets scared, said, listen, I don't like these bloody words, okay? I don't care they are related to me, to somebody else. In my presence, please be quiet. So, behavioral difference, raising up the voice, or using your hands or whatever, being emotional. Verbal differences, to use bloody language, cursing, or just being mean and rude to the other people. That let's say, oh, okay, if you behave like this to somebody else, tomorrow I'm going to be on this place. Okay, that's not for me. Or you can explain yourself what actually irritated you, why you got so much impulsive and aggravated. Situation number 2, it's very connected that I just mentioned, loud voice. It could be a trigger about bad experience with your, ex, with in your childhood, or you even teacher who was rude and mean to every single person in the class because she has her own anger and zero satisfaction in her life. Situation number 3. Let's say couple had a date, first date, woman is leaving and she's texting. Oh, I thought you could ask me if, when I gonna get home. And say, why I have to ask you, we just met. Or vice versa. The guy texted and asked her, did you get home? So from his side, it will be, I care about her. I want to know that now she is safe and she is going to sleep. From her point of view, oh, he's controlling me. He already wanted to find out where I go after this date if I don't go to the other date. So people have their thoughts, extra thoughts. They can be nothing to do with reality. Make sure when you're speaking to your partner, you're speaking the same language. Situation number 4. Let's say somebody is calling you and say, your mother, where are you? Mom, instead of asking where I am, maybe you would ask me how I am. Maybe I'm under the bridge and I'm in a horrible spot and place, but I feel so cool because I'm meditating by the beach or having my beer or, doing my mindset or doing a walk with my doggy. So it's always important to ask not controlling questions, not abusive questions, but caring questions and admit it. The other thing is all those honey bunny that people use here, especially in the United States. Hey, Han. Hey, darling. Hey, doll. For one person who is American, who was born here, that's okay. That's fine. You can have wife and call doll everybody. And for example, that's okay because that's your society. That's how people communicate. And your wife will say Han to anybody else. In Europe, let's say, where people are more reserved, they would maybe use chérie, that is darling, but they would use it only to their girlfriend or wife. That means something already. So they wouldn't call Han every single person because it's not nice. It's like, are you familiar with me? Like, why you're crossing the border? You just met me. Actually, you're an employee in the bank. Why you're talking to me like I'm your best friend since university times. The other thing, not answering to the text. I'm doing podcast now. Maybe somebody is texting me. And if this person who is like, let's say, I have zero examples like that because my mom is absolutely healthy mentally and my husband too. But let's say if I had some annoying friend who has trauma of rejection and abandonment, and we didn't hear each other for some time, and she's texting me right now, and I'm doing podcast for a few hours, she's ignoring me. She moved to the other country. She doesn't care about me anymore. Or the way to react is, oh my God, is she okay? Is she all right? Because I'm absolutely sure that my friend loves me. And if she doesn't answer, it means or she's busy or something wrong with her. Okay? So when you care, start from good thinking always, because with bad thinking and negative mindset, you can always ruin something valuable for you. And let's say another general thing, just to finalize verbal differences. Let's say you are getting to the elevator. Now we have Thanksgiving time. And some couples, they are on the edge or new beginning. When you, after a long time being together, you try to understand you're all in or not. And let's say you're going as a couple and one of the partners had family before. And neighbors came and say, oh, happy Thanksgiving. What do you do for Thanksgiving? Are you staying with your family? And one of the partners who had family before, I'm talking about kids, saying, oh no, my family is far away. So, this year we stay here in Florida, for example, and the other partner who's dreaming to get married and create a family will think, okay, so it means I'm not family for him. So you can always ask your partner, I'm sorry, what did you mean by family? I'm nobody for you? Or you meant physical presence, of course, of kids in your life. Because kids, it's not always family. Partner, it's not always family. Family, it's actually, you can feel family with your friends, not relatives who are related to you through blood. So this is very important. Not to be hurt, not to overthink, not to go to astrologer, psychology, numerologist afterwards and treat yourself with no reason. You can always ask, first of all, from your partner, no matter what happened, physical action, any type of move, any type of reaction, any type of emotion, or any kind of word. What did you mean? Please explain me. It's important for me. I want to know. I pay attention to this. Like this, you can avoid so many conflicts in your life. And believe me, create a beautiful base when you guys gonna start to speak one beautiful language of love. And I wish you that. Your Iryna Wood.